Hello, John. So this is my response to your vinyl hype question. So I think what you're asking, it's been touched upon in various forums before. I don't think anyone has ever done a specific thread on it in the VC. And for you guys that don't know John K. TechHead, I definitely recommend you check his channel out. He just opened up a record store in Greece, and he has the most wonderful things to show. But he asked a question about this new hype with vinyl, the good and the bad associated with it. So to get into my thoughts, I saw an article, I think it was maybe around 2012, 2013, that said CDs were on their way out, and they predicted 2016 there would be no more CDs. Well, it's 2016 and there's still CDs, and I think there's one simple reason why we're seeing stuff like CDs and vinyl. It's because we as humans need something physical. The internet is nice. The internet, opens up doors for people. It definitely exposes me to new music. So the BCE has exposed me to a lot of new music. Just all the channels I've subscribed to, in particular yours, because you get me into trouble every time you show records. But anyway, you can get this guy in a download, I'm sure. Well, I don't think you can get this one, but the experience is different. I mean, you would see it on a computer screen, but it's not something you can touch. It's not something that you can show to your friends. I mean, I can copy this, if this was available digitally, you can copy it over 1,000 or 5,000, a million times, but it's not something tangible. It's not something you can grab and hold. So I think vinyl and physical formats, the fact that we as humans need something to hold on to, and not everybody is into music, not everybody is into record collecting, but everybody is into something. And I mean, like family photos, digital ones are nice, but I like hard printed stuff. I mean, you need that constant presence. And I mean, there are people that go to excess, and Robert Z had his thread on when is enough, and maybe that's enough, but we need to have the physical, and it's not just records. It could be books, it could be pictures, it could be clothing. But I think the vinyl hype has been good for bringing back a larger format. I mean, I like vinyl because the physicality, of course, the larger artwork. Now the audio. I don't delve into the debate about which is better, digital or analog. I mean, I've spent a lot more on my analog setup, and I like the sound of a pure analog source, but I have a lot of digital stuff that sounds phenomenal as well. And so I continue to collect CDs, I continue to collect vinyl. Now, what could kill it is the record industry itself. I mean, the record industry just did not learn from these guys. They were overpriced, and I still think to a certain degree they are overpriced because when CDs were first put out, they put them out in jewel cases. And you know what the most expensive part of the CD was in terms of manufacturing? It was the damn jewel case. And that's why you see a lot of CDs now in the digipacks, because it's just cheaper to manufacture. But the manufacturing cost was just a fraction. I mean, they were way overpriced, and that's why when digital downloads came out, it really hurt the music industry, and they just didn't get it until the end. And then, late 2000s, we'll start dropping the cost of a CD. But the prices of vinyl, like you mentioned in your intro to this thread, it's just new vinyl is just crazy. I mean, this is a 10-inch record. I mean, 4 sides. John Coltrane's, 3 original cuts for Roulette, and you got an alternate take here, but I paid $17 for this guy. And I mean, that's insane. I mean, that's more than this full-fledged Metallica CD that's an hour long. This for younger people. I mean, if I was having to pay this much in college, I'd say forget it. I'd maybe get 1 or 2 pieces, but this is just $17 is too much to ask for something like this, if you ask me. I mean, I can get, I get inflation, and I can see them charging $10 for an EP. That might be reasonable for a brand new one, and records that go over 20. I mean, I'm an audiophile, and there are some cases where I will pay more than $20, obviously, for a well-mastered all analog record, but there are a lot of records that I see for $30. They're mastered poorly, and the packaging's awful, and no download code or anything like that. And I'm like, why? That's awful. I mean, the folks in the majors just don't get it. But that's the downside. But I think it's cool that you see a lot of young people. I think the interest is probably gonna hit its nadir at some point, and then it'll drop off like a lot of things. But I think vinyl is back. It's here to stay. The exciting thing is they got new record presses. So I know there's a company in Germany that has made new presses. There's a company, GZ Vinyl, which I've talked about before, which I'm going to show in a future Tales of the Dead Wax episode. But GZ has made new presses. Supposedly they're putting presses in California for Pirates Press. And then there's a company in Canada that has also made new record presses. So I think that they're going to boost the quantity. Now the quality, who knows? Some of the reissues that have been put out are not that great. So like the Black Sabbath one, which I did a needle drop of, the record companies are just trying to put out stuff, and there's really, I'm kind of rambling on here, but there really is a good podcast out there through the Vinyl Factory in the UK, which I'm going to include a link down below. So they have a 4-part series where they talk about this very thing, the vinyl hype. They talk about reissues, they talk about pressings, they talk about the internet and how that's influenced vinyl. Each of the podcasts are about 45 minutes, but it's cool hearing these people talk about things. Michael Fremer's site, The Analog Planet, he usually has a lot of good interviews with people in the industry, and I highly recommend checking out his channel and website from time to time just to get a take. But the stuff is back. It's here to stay. How long it's going to last, who knows? I think Record Store Day, because the industry's making a lot of money off of it. People seem to enjoy it. It's going to be around for a long time to come. So the internet is not going to kill things. People need the physical. So that's my response. I hope the other folks that make videos, please do a response to this thread. I think it's fantastic. And for those that comment or watch, again, thank you for watching me. Thank you for commenting. I always appreciate your comments. But definitely check out John's video, which I will also link below. And thank you for watching, everyone.